What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video, and welcome back to Vic Drives. So as you can see, it's kind of sunny outside right now, but it's supposed to start raining in a little bit. It's already like ridiculously humid, and it's just being like very typical New England unpredictable weather. Anyways, so for those of you that watched last week's video, if you haven't, you can find the link to that right up here somewhere. We installed a spoiler and an antenna on the back of our car. But our next upgrade is something a little bit different. So why don't I just go ahead and enlighten you all? Get it? Enlightenment? I'm such a dork. Alright, well, this week we're going to do some lighting upgrades, and then this way I don't really have to deal with the weather. I can kind of just do everything in here. So we're doing taillights and not this side, other side. So this light was broken when I picked up the car, and I've been meaning to get around to fixing it, but then I figured there's a better option. So let's do some unboxing, shall we? So these are our LED taillights. So I got these from Corvette Envy. There are a few different manufacturers that make pretty much the exact same one. These guys right here are the LED side markers. I bought these on Amazon. You'll find them in like clear, black, or this red. There's not really a whole lot more to say about these aside from the fact that because they are LED and the OEM ones are halogens, sometimes you have an issue with hyperflash, which we will address in a different video. Corvette Envy did actually have like an option where I could just add the hyperflash harness. So I did that, but that install will be a different video. So let's just go install these. So the install process on these is actually really straightforward. So you have two screws that hold in each of these taillights. I will mention right now, in case I forget in the future, these are different on both sides because the C5 taillights actually tilt in. You'll have different taillights on the right side and the left side. So as you can see, the new taillights are marked R for right, and then the other ones have L for left. I'm just going to do the install on one side of the car here so that we can do like a little comparison between the two sides, and we'll go from there. So the screws for this part are a T15. I don't think that'll focus, but take my word for it. They are a T15 Torx. So we pretty much just undo these guys. They were a little tighter before. I just broke them loose. And once you've gotten the second screw out, you can pretty much just pull the entire taillight out. And once you get the taillight out, you'll see that there's a little plug here. You should pretty much just be able to turn these loose and pull the old bulb straight out. Just like that. So I'm going to let that one sit right there, and I'm going to go do the other side. Well, I guess the other one. Okay, and the reason that I kind of put the side markers in with this part as well is because in order to actually change out the side markers, you need to get in through here. So I just figured it was easiest to do both at the same time. So once, I'm going to grab you off the tripod here. So once you've taken the old taillights out, you're going to have a little bit of muck just from 20 years of driving a car around. So I'm going to go ahead and clean that up real quick. And then once I get back, I will try to find a camera angle that will allow me to kind of show you how we're going to get the side markers out of here. Okay, so hopefully, this bulb's kind of in the way. So hopefully you can see right back here, right there, we have two screws. So we got that one right there, and then there's another one on like the other side, right back there. I'll try to focus on it, right there. Well, actually, it's a little bit further back. It's right over there. These are actually self-tapping nuts. So I will try to explain those a little bit better once I get them out. But once I have to figure out what size socket actually fits on there, and then we will do that. So give me a sec. Can I just say, I don't know who at Chevy came up with this design, but I absolutely hate you so much right now. Okay, so they were 11 millimeter bolts. And here is our little light. So it will just unplug and we can plug the new one in. So as for how these things self-thread themselves, it pretty much just kind of hangs out as it is. But the way that it works is as you put it on the posts, it kind of starts cutting a groove for itself. And it is a pain to get off. So if you look at the new lights here, you'll see that they're just bare, empty posts. So the idea is you take this guy, you toss him in there, and then you find it with the nut and then threads onto it, which is not going to be fun. And I will tell you, all the other YouTubers that have like put this on, they've kind of just shrugged it off and they were like, oh yeah, like pretty easy, like you can get it done. If you're, this project is not for the faint of heart, let me tell you that. The amount of space that you have to get your hand like back there for that second bolt is next to nothing. Like if your hand was slightly wider than mine, you're not getting back there. I have heard that some people just kind of tear the posts off the old ones and then put the new ones on and then kind of struggle with that. I don't know what I would recommend, but yeah, this will be fun. Okay, so that went in a lot easier than it came out. I'm gonna go ahead and put the taillights in on this side. So the process is the same for the side marker as it would be for the taillights as well. So essentially all you do is you pull the old bulb out. I'm gonna try to do this with one hand. Please don't break in my hands. There you go, like that. So this pops out and I don't know where to put this. So the connector for the taillights basically fits perfectly in here. So we essentially just pull the old bulb out and then pop the LEDs in here and then put everything back together. And there you have it. So they're on. They are so much brighter than the old ones. You'll probably be seeing like an overlaid video of that. But I am super, super happy with how they turned out. So obviously the car wasn't actually on. I just unlocked it to turn all the lights on. And hopefully that came up on camera. But they all work. They're super bright. So on this side, the side marker here, you'll notice that the old one literally looked like a dot, whereas this was like a nice bright line all the way across. And, you know, it's not really functional in any sort of way aside from the fact that it's just a light that hangs out at the back of your car. It'd be kind of cool if that was like a turn indicator of some sort. But the next video will be something to do with the turn indicators, and that will include hyperflash. So basically what hyperflash is literally exactly what it sounds like. It's when the LEDs that are installed, since they draw so much less power than the old halogen bulbs do, they essentially blink more frequently than the old halogen bulbs would. And so this hyperflash harness essentially just controls the amount of current that gets sent back. So we will install that next week. Hopefully the stuff that needs to come for the front shows up. I know last week I said that everything was here, but one thing is missing, so we'll figure it out. Stepping on all sorts of stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, definitely be sure to leave it a like. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and with that, I will catch you guys next week.